Are you having fun?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So meet Olivia, Renee and Daphne. So Olivia is my daughter and Daphne and Renee are my nieces. And today we're going to show you how we style their hair in So after they had soaked in the bath, they had wine, Ribena actually. They had cucumbers on their eyelids, they put their feet in the pedicure machine, and they ended up saying they wanted their hair styled in lemonade braids. There are different kinds of styles we checked out on the internet, but the girls all decided that they wanted to do this style. So here we go. So I started with my daughters. So I did not blow dry her hair just because she has really fine strands. It's kind of easy to detangle her hair without blow drying. So we washed and conditioned their hair, and unfortunately we let it shrink just because we didn't do it in good time and we didn't stretch it. So yeah, I went ahead. You've seen me style my daughter's hair in the past and it's kind of simple to detangle her hair. So I did the first cornrow and then I carried on doing all the other ones, going from the left side of her head to the right hand side. And I did not use any extensions for her just because, like I said, she has a very tender scalp and her follicles are easily inflamed. So I decided to add the extensions to the tips of the hair. So if you look at these braids, you can see that I've done 6 so far, and the 6 are going from the left hand side all the way to the right hand side. And then the one on the top is where I'm going to do the ones which come forward. So just watch what I'm doing and ignore this little girl and her silly faces. So I do one coming front, so you can see how I'm parting that one, and I literally do that one coming front, and then I'm going to do the other ones going either side, so one going towards the back but also to the front, and then sorry, I know I chat too much, just watch and enjoy. So I use this product called Let's Jam. I've got it on my hand. It's basically just a conditioning gel which helps to give a little hold. So yeah, I'm gonna just cornrow the hair coming forward. I put it on the perimeters like I'm doing, and I'm going to cornrow the hair coming forward. So when you do this style, be mindful of the edges, because sometimes even when you're careful, because of the way the hair pulls from the edges, it can become quite tight. So be quite mindful when you do your lemonade braids. So yeah, I pretty much just braid this one and then I carry on doing the other ones.
End of the day, at the end of the day.
So if you look closely, you can see that I'm parting it, one coming forward and one going backwards, so to speak, in like a crisscross manner. But everything is going to all fall on one side of her face.
A year ago, everything was growing inside. Backed up months ago, it is getting harder each time. I think I hear you.
So she could barely keep her head in one place, and the video is on fast forward, so I wasn't pushing her hair that hard, I promise. So yeah, I just pretty much braid her hair without extensions, and then at the end of the whole hairstyle I will put the extensions at the tips, and you will see this around the end of the video.
Keep walking outside. Maybe if I touched you right, maybe I can put up a fight. Oh baby, did I hold you too tight? Well, not tonight. I get home too late, life is getting busy at day. I keep my schedule up, filling it with meetings and stuff. But now it's fall again, hearing voices sing through the night. friend. Maybe you could love me again. Where did you go, my love? It felt so right. Now I can't get you off my mind. It's spinning like a circle and I keep walking outside.
So yay, we finished braiding and she was really tired, so we had to kind of stop it here. I let her lie down and I put the extensions while she was lying down. So now I'm going to the next girl. So this is my niece's hair and she has more tighter coils than my daughter, so she would experience more pain due to tangles. So I used the heat protector, sprayed this on her hair and blow dried her hair. So I blow dried her hair with high air and low heat just to loosen the kinks a bit and make it easier to braid. I used the less jam, just like I said, along the perimeters of the braid to give it hold, and that was my braiding rack you saw a second ago where I put the extensions. I initially wanted to put extensions in her braid while I braid it, just because she has her edges were a little bit thinner, but then she was in a lot of pain, so I decided to braid her hair without the extensions. I wanted to use the extensions because I felt it will hold the braid better, but I decided not to. So like I said, this is my niece and you can see her pretty face, and yeah, we're going to just braid it exactly how we did my daughter's. I blow dried her hair, like I said, just to stretch it out a bit and to allow me cornrow the hair without her feeling too much pain, because she was not very happy. Some of the footage is not here, but she was not very pleased when I was braiding the back of it. So yeah, she's happy now and the hair is pretty much finished. Every girl likes it when their hair is all done. So yeah, you can see her edges. It's quite kinky, and we're going to do the edge control once we finish, just to give it a sleek finished look. So this is an example of how I add the extensions. So I pretty much add the extensions underneath the braid and then I just braid it together. So this is like if you were doing knotless braids. So I pretty much add the extension underneath like that, and then I braid it. So if you want to know how to do knotless braids, I've done a video in the past and you can find it here. And yeah, this is the rest I did. I just braided the hair all the way down. So like I said, every girl likes it when their hair is all done. And yeah, she was all done here and she was quite pleased. So the next person I'm going to is her sister. So this is my youngest hair model. She's only 4. Pretty girl with this pretty smile. And this is Renee. And yeah, we had washed her hair. I tried to hold it a bit stretched with some hairbands, but it wasn't good enough in the sense that it would hurt her. So I blow dried it and then I sectioned it into 2 sections like this. So the top part is over there and then that's the bottom part. So I'm cutting the line just like I did for my daughters. And yeah, I went ahead to cut this line from one end to the other end pretty much. You can see where that line is coming, and then I basically braid this. But before I do that, I section the back part away. She's the youngest, like I said, and she really doesn't like to do her hair, so this was quite a challenge. You can see that she's really moving around, but she did really well. I'm quite impressed. I was quite impressed with her in the end. So because the hair was still feeling quite kinky in the sense that it's tangled, so I added the less jam to the hair, just like I always do, and then I put some heat protector on that section. She doesn't look happy. Look at her face. Oh. And then I went ahead to blow dry it afterwards, just to stretch it out and, you know, allow me cornrow the hair without any issues. So yeah, like I said, I carry on with the cornrows. And I just braid the hair all the way.
was growing inside. Backed up months ago, it is getting harder each time. I think I hear you now, turning as a calling reach out. All is going wild, I can't even get through the night. Where did you go, our love? It felt so right. Now I can't get you off my mind. It's spinning like a circle and I keep walking outside. Maybe if I touched you right, maybe I can put up a fight. Oh baby, did I hold you too?
So I'm not going to say these are my neatest braids. For me, these braids are quite wonky. But do you know what? When you're braiding 3 girls' hair in one day, I think you take it as it comes. Yeah, I wasn't really pleased with how the smoothness of the hair, but to be honest with you, it wasn't that bad. But I think it's just me and my OTT and my OCD. So yeah, that's what it looks like. And then we're going to do the ones coming front as usual.
Where are you, off my friend? Maybe you could love me again. Where did you go, my love? It felt so right. Now I can get you up.
So I put some more heat protector on her hair and I'm going to blow dry that part. It's just because she's really fidgety and she feels a lot of pain when I'm cornrowing. So I just use that to loosen the roots so that when I'm cornrowing the hair, it's quite seamless.
Maybe I've been going nowhere lately. It's time to start all over and go for it. 'Cause they don't even know me yet. But that's something I don't regret. Every night I close my eyes and see only lavender dreams, baby. What can I do when a million things are running through? Million things I cannot.
So after several hours of braiding hair, we're finally finished. So we put the beads on. The girls chose the colors they preferred, and unfortunately, because it was Christmas holidays, we did not have rubber bands at home, so we burnt them. Be cautious when you're doing this. We were very careful when we did this, so we burnt the ends, and then yeah, these are the girls giving us the finished look. Yeah, they're loving it, and they're going to model it for us now. Good girl. Our next model. Go Nene. Go on. And Daphne. Good girl. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share this video. See you in the next one. Bye.